A Northland woman who was deemed a close contact was forced to sleep in her car after being told there was no alternative accommodation available.
She says it's ridiculous and is worried about how more vulnerable people would cope. Investigations reporter Michael Morra has this exclusive story.
This is Anna-Marie Jensen from Kirikiri, now in MIQ at the Nomai in Auckland. But on Wednesday this week, after being deemed a close contact of a workmate, she was told there was no MIQ spot or emergency accommodation, so she stayed the night in her Nissan March.
I don't think sleeping in your car should ever be an option. I think it's ridiculous for anybody to be told that.
She was in Auckland for an appointment and was told not to return to Kirikiri given she'd need to stop on the way and could give her flatmates the virus. Anna-Marie was basically stranded, but recordings of her ordeal with the COVID welfare line give an insight into what she went through. She was told by a staff member there was no MIQ spot and to find a safe place to sleep in her car.
I know you're in your car, and do you have any family or friends that might be able to sort of let you park on their property?
Nowhere in Auckland, unfortunately.
I'd say don't worry about having a wash or shower till we get to the MIQ tomorrow.
She slept in her car in a paddock with the cows in North Auckland. Tomorrow came and no callback. When she got hold of someone, she was told her accommodation request had not been processed. Frustration grew.
I'm just really stressed out. I've been in my car for 2 days, just getting nowhere.
While trying to resolve her situation, there was a lot of pauses while the chat went on hold. And eventually, late last night, another call from the COVID welfare line apologising.
There's been a bit of a around. They didn't create a profile for you last night, so we didn't have the link to be able to get you into an MIQ.
She spoke to multiple people over the 2 days she spent in her car and worries about how others would cope.
My concern is for our vulnerable population, as I stated before, potentially parents or people who don't have any income to spend on phone calls, gas, all of that.
Now that the situation's resolved, it'll be 10 days here before she can finally get home to Kirikiri.
Michael joins us now. Michael, what has the Ministry of Health had to say about this?
Well, Sam, even though we're not even close to the peak of this Omicron outbreak, the Health Ministry has told me that the reality is that there sometimes will be limited accommodation options available, and the focus for support will always be on those with high needs. They did not say whether or not sleeping in a car was an ideal arrangement or not. But they did remind people that if they're going away this long weekend or any time you're leaving your home for an extended period and you test positive or you're a close contact, you must be prepared to isolate where you are. And that may mean paying extra costs in terms of hotel accommodation.
Definitely something to think about. Michael, thank you.